Now let's talk about ArrayList in Java. So we already learned how to use a built-in array in Java. So they're pretty fast and efficient, but one of the downside of the regular array, is that the size of an array cannot be modified, which means that the elements cannot be added or removed once the array is declared. So if you're looking for something that might be resizable, which means you can add or remove elements anytime you want, and that we can use the ArrayList. So ArrayList is a class. It is a which will provide a resizable array. So, and it's not built in, so we need to import it from Java util package. So in ArrayList, elements can be added and removed whenever you want. So it's basically resizable. So here's an example. It's how we can import one. We can import java util.ArrayList, and then to create an ArrayList, we can say ArrayList string, and cars is new ArrayList string. So there are a lot of things you don't understand in this line. However, just to know that this is a empty ArrayList, and then we're ready to add elements and remove at any time we want. So since ArrayList is a class, which means it will come with some sort of methods that we can use to do some certain operations. For example, to access an item, we use the get method and refer to the index number. Like for example, if we have cars.get0 will return the element at index 0. And to modify an element, we can use the set method and refer to the index number, which means set index separate by comma and whichever we want to change to. And then to remove an element, we could use the remove method and refer to index number, like remove cars.remove element at index 0. So also we can get the size with the size method. Here's the example. Cars.size will return the size of the array. So let's do this in an example. So here I'm going to save this file as, let's call it carslist.java. Here we go. So again, before we need to make sure that we import, just like we did with the scanner class. So import java.util.ArrayList. Here we go. So it's ready to use. Now inside the main method, I can create an array list by array list, and I'm going to use set of angle brackets, and the type of array is string, and the name will be cars, which will be a new array list string, and finally a set of parentheses. Now our cars array list is ready. So one of the first things we can do is we can add, before we add anything, we can check the size. So what is the, let's call this size. Okay, so it's good to test. So I'm going to say java c cars list .java, and looks good. Java cars list. So the size of the array list is 0 because we haven't added anything. So let's go ahead and add a few things. So one of the things we can add is, let's say cars dot, remember we can use the add method. Let's add a new car. Let's call this Tesla. Let's add Tesla in cars dot add. Let's add one more. Let's call this one BMW, and then one more. So cars dot add, and let's add Ford. Okay, so now if we recompile, one problem, easy fix. Look, I got a semicolon here. So the size is 3. So, and we can also see what happens if we do print cars. Let's see what type of output we will get. You can look through, but you can also just print cars. What we get, we get an array of 3 elements. Okay, and as we can see, we can also, let's add one more. Let's say I want to say cars dot add, and let's add Toyota. Okay, so the size is 4, which if I try to print, will say size is 4, it will print all 4. However, I can go ahead and say cars dot remove, and I can pick and choose. Let's say remove index number 2. So index number 2. All right. Okay. Okay, so first it was for Tesla, BMW, Ford, and Toyota. Now it's 3 because we have Tesla, BMW, and Toyota because we removed the element number 2 from the list. So this is a quick introduction to ArrayList.